Okay, today I'm going to be doing the step-by-step instructions for Dreamweaver Chapter 2, Lab 3, which is designing a new template for Justin's lawn care service. I'm going to be following the directions on page 132 to page 136 if you want to follow along. It's also a good idea to look at page 133 so you can see an example of the finished product. Okay, since we're starting a new website for Justin's lawn care service, we want to start out with a template, and by creating the template inside a new Dreamweaver site. So under Create New, select Dreamweaver Site. We're going to name the site Justin's Lawn Care Service. We want to save that website in a new folder, so click on Browse for Folder. Navigate to your personal drive, find your Web Design 2 folder and open that up. Now create a new folder. Call your new folder Lawn Care. All of the Lab 3 assignments are lawn care assignments. They're going to go inside that folder. Open that folder. Then hit select, so your path should read Web Design 2 Lawn Care, and save. Notice a local file folder pop up. You now want to create a new template, so under Create New, click on More. We want to create a blank template, an HTML template, no layout, with doc type HTML5. Now click Create. When this template pops up, we need to save it. So under File, go to Save as Template. We want to call this template lawn underscore template. And then save. I'm going to change the title of my web page. That title is going to read Justin's Lawn Care Service. And now I'm ready to start designing my template, which will be saved in this folder called Lawn Template. Okay, my first step is I need to insert a div tag. So if you're not in classic mode, get into classic mode and make sure you're on the Common tab. We want to insert a div tag. The class is going to be called Container. This is where all our other div tags will be held. We want to make a new CSS rule. We're going to apply the rule to a new style sheet file. Then click OK. We want to save that style sheet in a new folder called CSS. So create a new folder, call it CSS, open that folder, and change the file name to lawn.css. Now save. And we're ready to define the rules for our container. In the box category, we want to make the width 800 px, the right margin will be auto, so uncheck same for all, and change right margin to auto, left margin to auto, and then apply. Those are our only rules for box, so now hit OK. And OK again. Okay, you're going to click after that text, hit Enter to create a new line. And now we want to create a header. We're going to do that by inserting a new div tag. Insert a div tag. We're going to call this header. Click on New CSS Rule, then OK. The rules for header are as follows. Underneath type, we're going to make the font family Tahoma. The font size will be 18 point. Font weight will be bold. Font style italic. Color is going to be hashtag FFF. Apply that rule. Now click on background. Our background color is going to be hashtag 060. Then apply. In the block category, we want text align center, and then apply. For the box category, we want the width to be 200 px. We want this to float left. The height will be 70 px, and our top padding is going to be 5 px. Click apply. We're also going to define a border around our heading. The style will be solid and same for all. The width will be thin and same for all. The color will be hashtag 960 and same for all. So click apply. And that's all for our rules. So now click OK. And OK again. Okay, so now that we have our header, we're going to replace the text inside. So I'm going to backspace that text. And it's going to read Justin's Lawn Care Service. Now you want to click to the right of that div tag. Make sure your cursor is flashing to the right. And we're going to insert a new div tag. After we insert a new div tag, we're going to call this navigation. Now we want to make a new CSS rule. Click OK to define the rules for navigation. And starting with type, we want to make the font family Verdana. Font size is going to be 12 point. Color is going to be hashtag 030. Now apply. The background category, we're going to make our background color number CFC and apply. In the block category, we want word spacing to be 15 point. We want text align to be center and then apply. For the box category, we want to make the width 590 and px, float left, height 50 px, top padding, so uncheck same for all, our top padding is 25 px and then apply. And finally our border category, we are going to have style solid, same for all, width thin, and color number 960. Same for all. Now click apply and OK. OK again. We'll pull up an area for your navigation. We want to replace the text in that box with our links, or our future links, which are going to read home, I'm going to use shift and the button under backspace to make a line, up and down line. Next we'll have services, Shift and the button under backspace. So these will be the pages we're going to make in a future lesson. Okay, now we're ready to insert another div tag. Click to the right of your navigation. Click Insert Div Tag. We're going to call this Content. And new CSS rule. Then OK. Our content rules are as follows. Under type, our font family is going to be Georgia. Our font size will be 12 point. Our color is number 360. Then you're going to click Apply. For the background category, we're going to change the background color to number FFC and apply. For the box category, I'm going to change the width to 600. I'm going to make the float left. Right padding will be 5px. Left padding is 5px. My top margin is going to be 10px, right margin 10px, and bottom margin 10px. Now apply and OK. And OK again. This creates an area for our content to go. We'll change the content in our homepage in a minute. Okay, next you're going to click to the right of your content, but make sure you're still in the container. And we are going to create a new CSS rule. Actually, before we do that, we're going to delete the text within this content tag. And I want to instead insert an editable region. So do that under the Insert menu, Template Objects, Editable Region, so that later we can add text. We're going to call this region Insert Content here. Then click OK. Now click to the right of that, so you get a big flashing cursor. We're going to insert another div tag. We're going to call this div tag Sidebar. And new CSS rule. Click on OK. Our rules for the sidebar are as follows. We want the font family under type to be Arial Black. Font size to be 16 point. Font style to be italic. Font color is going to be number FFF. Now apply. Next we want to go in the box category. In our box category we want the width to be 175 px. Float to the right. Top margin is going to be 10 px. Bottom margin 10 px. Then apply and OK. And OK again. Now it says to replace any text in this region with the following. Oops, I'm going to have to edit that rule. So my text is not showing up. I'm going to go to All Rules, double click to go back into my sidebar, and the color for my background should be CFC. So I typed that in wrong. That is actually going to be CFC. Now apply. Actually, I think that's too light. Let's change that to black. So number 000, apply, and OK. So our text for this area is going to say the following: 100% satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. That's our promise to you. Okay, now we want to click to the right of that sidebar. We want to insert another div tag. Our final div tag is going to be called footer. We're going to make a new CSS rule and click OK. And the following will apply. In our footer, we want the type for the font family to be Times New Roman. We want font size to be 10 point. The color to be hashtag FFF, and then apply. We're going to go to background. We want to make the background color hashtag 060, and then apply. Then go to your box. We want the box width to be 795 px. We want it to float left. The top padding to be 5 px. The bottom padding to be 5 px. The left padding to be 5 px, and apply. And OK. OK again. Now in your footer, you're going to replace the text. So take out what it says, and instead you're going to give yourself credit. It will say website design by, type your name here, now we want to delete this placeholder text where it says content for container to move up our navigation bar and our logo. So backspace and get rid of that. You should save your changes. You can check it out in live view to see how it will look as a website. Click out of live view by clicking that button again. Now we want to create a web page out of our template. So I'm going to close out of my template, save any changes again if necessary. We want to create a new, you're going to go to more. We want to create a page from template, and we're going to use our Justin's Lawn Care lawn template. So click create. And now we're ready to turn this into our index. So go to File, Save As. Make sure you're saving in your lawn care folder, and we're going to call this index.html and save. We're going to add some text here. So I'm going to go to File, Open. You should navigate to your personal drive and your Web Design 2 folder. Open up your Chapter 2 folder. Go into Lab 3. And open up lab3 contents.txt. You are going to select all of this text and go to Edit, Copy. Now go back to your Index tab and you're going to paste it in the content area. So I'm going to go to Edit, Paste. My homepage text pops up, so you're going to save again. Now that it's a web page, it's a index.html web page, we can view this in Internet Explorer or Chrome. And here is the start of your Justin's Lawn Care website. So that's all. If that doesn't look right, call me over to help you at this point. Otherwise, that's the hard part. Great job getting started.